In this video, we're going to run through how to use the Python shell. So as we previously discussed, Python is referred to as an interpreter language. This means that we need an interpreter to read and run code that we write. As an interpreter language, our code is executed line by line. And in Python, this interpreter is simply referred to as the Python shell. The Python shell works as an interactive interpreter, allowing us to execute one or many lines of Python code, that is Python code statements, at a time. We can also use multiple Python shell sessions at the same time to run even different versions of Python programs or even different versions of Python simultaneously. So while IDEs that work with Python have Python shells built in, the functionality is actually built into the IDEs, we can also start a Python shell directly from the terminal by just typing in the word Python. So to start our Python shell, we just type in the word Python and hit enter. And the output here will display the current version of Python that you're running. You'll also notice that your cursor has been placed next to 3 right arrows or 3 greater than signs. This means that you are now working in the Python shell session. While in the Python shell, every statement that you write will be interpreted as Python code statements. So we can't just write anything in here. The statements that we write need to follow the Python syntax to be interpreted correctly. So let's go ahead and write our first code statement using the Python print function. So let's go ahead and type the following statement next to that prompt, the word print, and then open parentheses, open quotations, and we're going to write the sentence here, welcome to the world of Python programming. And we're going to close the quotes and close the parentheses, and then we can go ahead and hit enter. And you should then see the following output to your terminal here. Welcome to the world of Python programming. Now, the Python print function prints out a specific message. Whatever what we call text or string value we put inside of that function is what it's going to print out to the shell. This message can contain text values that we refer to as strings. It can contain numbers or other objects that will eventually be converted to text to be printed out. We'll start discussing the different data types in our next module. Now, you can exit the Python shell at any time by typing in the word exit and open and close parentheses, and this is the exit function, and we hit enter here. So let's go ahead and put together the concepts we learned in terms of navigating and using the terminal with what we just discussed with the Python shell. So right now we're sitting here, we should be at our root directory since we didn't move to any other directory here. So if I type out pwd, or if you're on Windows, if you type in dir, that should print out your current directory here. So I'm in my root directory. So let's go ahead and move to our desktop folder by typing cd desktop. And then I want to go ahead and create a new folder in here. So let's type in mkdir, which stands for make directory. And let's call this directory Python module 1. And notice that we're using snake case there with the underscores to represent the spaces. And go ahead and hit enter. And so now we should have that new directory here on the desktop. And let's navigate into that directory. So we're going to do cd python underscore module. And you can actually hit tab here and it'll autocomplete the directory if that directory or file exists in our current directory. So we have here cd python module 1, hit enter. And now we are, if we print the working directory, you can see we're on the desktop and we are inside of the Python module 1 folder. Again, on Windows, if you want to see the current directory you're in, you just type in dir. Now let's go ahead and create a new file. We know how to create a text file. Let's go ahead and create a new Python file here. And so the only difference is going to be the extension that we use. We're going to create a .py file. So on Mac OS, we use the keyword touch. If you're on Windows, remember you're going to type in echo and then period and the greater than sign. And then following that, you'll type in the name of that file. So we're going to call this file hello-world, or we'll use hello_world.py and hit enter. And now that's going to create that file for us. So we can go in and edit that file. So on Windows, you're going to want to type in Notepad and then the name of the file. If you're on Mac OS, like I am right now, you're going to want to type in nano and then the name of the file, hello-world.py, and then it'll bring us to the text editor here. Now, once you're either in Nano or in Notepad, let's go ahead and type in a very similar statement that we did before in the Python shell. We're going to use the print function to output some values. So let's just output the sentence hello world exclamation point. And most programming courses that you take, the first program you're going to write is actually hello world. Very similar, just printing out the hello world sentence to the shell or the terminal here. And once we have that statement there, print open parentheses, open quotes, hello world, close parentheses, close quotes. We can go ahead and save and close our file. So if you're in Notepad, just file save and then close. If you're here in Nano like me, we'll go ahead and hit Control X, and you'll see here it's asking if we want to save our changes. We'll hit Y, and then it'll show us our file name. And we don't want to change the file name. We can just go ahead and hit Enter to save and close Nano. So now we have that file created inside of our folder. If we want to run that, we're going to call the Python shell by using the keyword Python, and then we're going to give it the name of that file. So that is hello world.py. And now when we hit enter here, this is actually going to create a shell, run that file, print the output, and close the shell. So when we hit enter, you see the output there is hello world. So in our next video, we're going to go ahead and explore how to use our IDE, which is Jupyter Notebook, which we'll be using for the remainder of this course.